I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's not going to get any better. The only way you're going to get through it is to be better. You have to work on yourself and improve, because life is just life. It's always constantly in chaos. That's the beauty of nature. We might not always see it as beauty until we work on ourselves and get better. Then we can see that it's not so bad, the situations. What makes things difficult is how we handle the situation. So the more and more we can get a grip on how we react and how we feel. Well, not necessarily how you feel. You can process how you feel, but how you react to how you feel. You know, the reason I'm even talking about all this is because I'm not a victim. I'm one of the people who have difficulty with emotional intelligence. I act like a chimpanzee sometimes, ever since I was a child, and you know, it's because it hurts or it feels good, and it's hard to process all of that emotion. But the more and more that we try to accomplish certain goals and get somewhere in life, we realize that how we feel and our mood affects everything. So no matter what it is that you're trying to do, if you're trying to move forward in your job, if you're trying to improve your relationships, your family dynamic, all that starts with working on yourself. Every day you need to work on yourself. And the more and more you work on yourself, the easier it becomes for you to process and deal with the chaos of everyday living. I remember in the early 2000s, I had a job sort of in sales. So I had to really learn a lot about sales, which I should have already known a lot about sales because I was a musician trying to sell music, but I was so unaware of what I didn't understand. And one conclusion I came to, and I don't know if this is true, but I feel in my heart that it is true. If you lose a sale, it is not what they said. It is because of something that you said. And if you take that moment of loss or failure and process it and use it for the expense of your education, and really go, well, what did I say wrong? What did I do? Because the truth is, no one is going to go out of their way to drive to a store, get there, go inside, and not get what they're looking for unless something disrupted that. And that something is how they felt. You know, so I started working on that very, very hard. You know, I would take notes. Okay, they came in looking for this, and I said this, this, and this, and then they left. Was it price? Was it availability? Was it, you know, what was it? You know, was it my personality? Was it I was too aggressive? Was I too vague? You know, and little by little, I started to make improvements in my sales. And to stay on the subject of sales, to use this as kind of like the metaphor, some sales would take like 3 weeks. You know, people come in, you talk, you give them a feeling, you point them, quit looking to make money, quit, because that's like solving your family problems and your work problems. You're trying to accomplish a goal. You're not going to get anything until you work on yourself. So the best way to work on yourself is to help others, truly help others. So if they come in looking for something and you don't have it, don't try to sell them something else. Try to help them find it. And if you help them find it, you'll be surprised, because later on, 1-2 weeks later, they come back, or even better, they tell their friends how you went out of your way to help them. And they have what they were not looking for, but exactly what you're looking for, and they send them your way. And you made a great improvement simply by taking notes and working on yourself. You know, taking notes. What is taking notes? Well, since the beginning of time, it's been journaling, a diary. I'm very vague with it. I mean, I've done so many different types of note taking. from streamlined business stuff to diary type stuff. And I've just got it down like bullet points and stuff. It looks like Sanskrit to others, but it's something about visualizing and manifesting that plan. Once it's on paper, it just seems like it helps so much. But it's all about studying what you're doing and working on yourself. Just remember, the situation is never going to get better. The only thing that can get better is you. And when you get better, the situation doesn't necessarily get better, it just changes. And that's all it does. It just changes. Life is just nothing but ratios. I know that doesn't seem true, but it absolutely is. Everybody has the same things, the same problems. Like we could take money, for example. Everybody has bills. It doesn't matter if you live on the low end of the status range and you don't make much money. Your percentage of bills and stuff like that are pretty much equivalent to somebody who makes millions, because they have, everything grows. Not just fun, but responsibilities. It's all ratios. So the more and more you work on yourself, and the more that you can handle the everyday things that are coming your way, the more you can grow, and those ratios will grow. And unfortunately, you have to deal with more problems. But on the upside, if you're well prepared, you'll be able to also receive more abundance as a result. So I hope this is very, very helpful for somebody out there. And I thank you guys so much for listening to me rant. And I hope to talk with you guys soon.